So we'll have 3 recordings today.
Yes.
Why is that?
We have the 11:30 public hearing separate. And we have
Oh, 3 different recordings, one at a time.
Yeah.
Well,
They have to be all separate recordings.
I pulled up the agenda the other day and I was like, whoa, what's up? I didn't look at the top, but I was like, how did we only end up with
When I
one
saw
thing?
on the emails, I saw 3 of them. I went, oh, they must have had to make changes. No,
Mhm.
no, there's 3 different.
there's no way.
Take one of these. As I started, it didn't, it just came up when I started. And then I created it. I agree with what you said. Trying to get
Just had to deal with him one time when I bought my property. It
To be like,
was a long time.
can't say that.
Oh, no, we don't.
Pretty vocal about my opinion on going to a 4-day school. If I can see it, when the teachers can't get a day off, well, I mean, they still have to show up. The students.
It'll be interesting to see next year.
Please enter your participant or moderator code, followed by the pound key.
Where are you gonna find daycare for 1 day a week?
That's what my thought was.
Please say your name, followed by the pound key.
When I lived in Lake Mills,
You are the first participant in the conference.
daycare for all the time.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
not a lot of it.
And then those kids that are, the ones they're always trying to take care of, the ones that don't have parents or there's no food, things like that.
Yeah, summers
It's
are.
another meal they're gonna miss every week.
I'm on the early childhood board, and that's a concern every time we meet,
Mm-hmm.
is daycare and food and, yeah, they're gonna have to come up with a program of some sort.
Has nothing to do with a 4-day school week, and I couldn't even talk my daughter out of quitting. For them, because the legislators talking about making a minimum salary for a teacher $50,000.
Really?
I thought they passed that.
And that didn't make any difference either. She just wasn't gonna spend the rest of her life dealing disrespectful, mouthy, mean kids.
Takes a special person to do that job.
Yeah.
That's the reason I don't do this.
In fact, let's do just off the hardest person to put up with kids telling her she's too fat to fit in the gymnasium.
My father was a college professor, college emeritus, dean. He said when he first started, when the college first started, the community college there in Kansas City, they first started, the kids were nicely dressed, went to school, paid super attention to everything. He never had any of that. When he left, his Alzheimer's was really starting to work on. All the kids could do was mumble, laugh, make fun of him.
Mm-hmm.
What year did he,
He
But-
retired in 2000 and, it'd be 2019. He started in 1967.
yeah, some people are trying, tracing that back to when that shift was, when the non-respectful,
1962, I think it was. That's when they had that stupid ruling about separation of church and state. And then all of the nefarious things, crime, everything, behavior, everything stayed steady for decades. And then as soon as that happened, it went up. And then as soon as the internet got real popular, it goes up even steeper.
Florida passed a bill to all the kids under 14 be on social media.
Florida
I
did?
didn't either,
He just signed it.
Really?
especially if you don't have parents there that can deprogram you. Hopefully it'll work with the kids.
It's our EMS meeting.
I
Just
don't
messed
know
up.
what. If he can't get it, then we know I can't get it.
You can get us on YouTube. Oh, the
Yeah,
public's
just-
gonna really be disappointed to see not see my face.
I know.
Yeah.
YouTube. Are we on?
Not yet.
Not yet.
You guys should be made aware of the fact that YouTube is being controlled now by various federal governments, and they are
Oh.
censoring and shutting down certain.
And they're also tracking what your phone is watching.
Right. And
So
like
you're
you're
on the-
watching, if you're watching YouTube, they're tracking you as well too.
Yeah, anything I watch on YouTube, they'll be watching me.
Right.
If they wanna watch me look at some cat videos or something.
Yeah, but don't you pick the wrong political video, then you're gonna get
I
on
don't
a
get
list.
it.
Even
And then
accidentally.
you'll become a domestic terrorist.
Cats are considered conservative.
Oh, I just don't need any of it.
Dogs are considered liberal.
They wanna watch what.
You know, and I've always
Usually
heard it
it's
I've always heard it the other way around.
Well, if you're a bulldog or a French bulldog, then you're considered conservative. But other than, if you're a Chihuahua or a poodle.
Now we're getting.
It's a good thing we haven't started our agenda yet.
I feel like we should because it's
Otherwise,
9:05.
I'd have to crash again.
Our dog is such a baggy little mooch. You're right, she is liberal.
So she goes that way.
Very dependent, huh?
Yeah, no, she's a greedy little thing. And she just sits there and stares at you the whole time you're eating. It's just
I've got a cat
Dogs-
that does that too.
Dogs only like, pets only like you for the food, guys, just so you know.
I don't know about
she sleeps with me every night.
Try stop feeding them and see if they still like you.
I told you about Kara, Reese's sister.
No.
You know, she's got autism. She did her senior project on pet therapy.
Oh, really?
She's got limited abilities, you know, but that's one thing. She could go to nursing homes with pets and do therapy with the.
You know,
I like it.
It's awesome.
if we could make people have the same attitude towards life as dogs, they're always happy to see everybody, no matter what you did a while ago.
Yeah, short-term
It's been
memory
rough.
too.
Oh,
It just seems to have to.
I know
I know they can.
And I knew it was like,
Oh, great.
very sure.
I never have to shock my dog.
okay, so we should.
Go ahead, that's probably
So the
better.
opinions expressed by certain individuals, not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
All right, so we'll start the meeting. We're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll consider for approval minutes and agenda.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes and agenda.
I'll second
Got a motion from Smith and a second from Jensel to approve the minutes and agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, motion carries. I guess it'd be the engineer's office will be discussing secondary road matters. Morning.
Morning.
Obviously snow outside, the guys there came in early, treated intersections and curves before it froze up, and now we're just grinding. We're not putting any more material down right now because looked at kind of what the state's doing, it's all just sticking and getting slick anyway, so we're hoping that that wind will burn it off, and then tonight getting cold should kind of like freeze dry it hopefully, is our plan. As of now, unless something changes.
Not gonna last as long anyways.
Right,
Wow, it is supposed to get really windy, isn't it?
yeah, up to like 40-mile-an-hour gusts possibly. So, it's kind of our game plan for the day. We posted that, as we call it 542, that truck. You guys see the listing, I guess?
It's on the
You sent an email out on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, email, and then it's on Facebook also. And then we're gonna post kind of those flyers around between the gas stations.
We sell it on contract to somebody who can afford it. I'd really like to have one.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
It'd be neat to sit in your yard that you don't have room to put it in.
Yeah. I got a place to put it.
Okay.
Haven't got any calls on it yet, I guess, anyway, but
When did you put it up?
Monday,
Monday?
yesterday, I guess.
And where is it sitting?
At the mechanic shop in
Thompson. So they just have to call you to set up a time to
Look at it, yeah.
look at it, drive it, whatever.
This is the last one that's not a, they're all Western Stars now, aren't they? Or what are they now?
Western Stars,
Yeah.
yeah. This is the last
This is the
Sterling.
last one.
So we all have, all rear wings now. That was the last front wing.
Oh,
So we're sitting good on trucks now. The new truck for the low boy showed up yesterday down in Clear Lake, so they're going through that right now. Should get it either tomorrow or Thursday. So we'll be back in business with the low boy again.
mhm.
Well, it'll get utilized this summer then.
Yeah.
Do you hook that to any trailer for hauling to the dump?
Yeah, we have a
Side
belly
dump.
dump and a side dump.
Oh, you want him belly dump?
Yep. So it'll get most likely utilized on the rock front this year too, since we don't have any real big construction projects in-house this year at this point. Be a lot of work orders and the ditch cleaning and stuff like that.
Anything else?
That's kind of all I got for secondary roads.
You guys got any questions for me? All right, we'll move on to consider for approval resolution to accept a bid from Peterson Contractors Incorporated in the amount of $176,952.50 for project number BROS-CO 95 87 8J95 G03N1 bridge replacement. Award the associated contract to the same and authorize the county to execute said contract.
Scott sent out the bid tabs for this and the plans, and it's about 178,000 was the low bid. The estimate was around 267. Obviously, we're pleased that it came in under, and the big bulk of that we're attributing to the, seems like the box culvert prices are coming down a little bit or leveling off, so that's really good for us. And they're expected to start this summer. There's a September 23rd late start date and it'd be 40 working days. It's a 10 by 8 box and it's 140 foot long.
Refresh my memory, this is where
So northeast of Thompson, isn't it?
About a mile and a half west of Jeff Anderson,
oh, that's right.
just east of the substation. About 450.
Al Anderson still live there? Or did he move off?
No, I don't think it's.
That little bridge needs replacement, that's good.
Yeah, we replaced the other one like 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. It's a pipe. Yeah, it's a pipe. This will be the one just west of that.
So we approved this last
This is just the
year,
contract, yeah.
and this is just the contract
Yep.
approval. I was just trying to think of the date that we, when that was. Bill was chairman then.
Back when things used to be the way they should be.
The federal aid process takes a long time.
That's what I was actually
Yeah.
trying to figure out
Yeah,
here.
so
It was
that
just
one-
like,
The one you just signed last week for the final voucher, I had seen that it was a year ago that you approved the plans.
that's what I was kind of wondering on this one. I was just like, I know it was when Bill was,
Well,
I just didn't know when it,
I've got
date.
some
there's
funding
a
that's,
January 31st, 2020 at the top of this. I noticed that also on the email. And on the bottom, it's March 24, but up in the top, it says January 31st, 2020.
I can look at it. Scott prepared that one.
So I was assuming maybe we had approved it.
Oh, that's when that's the DOT instructions come out, so that's the date of
Okay.
The most current instructions.
it. Right.
Okay.
So I'm like, man, if we approved it way back then, we're just doing it now.
No, that's when they gave those.
But funding does take a year often.
A lot of it is the clearances for environmental and waters of the U.S. and Army Corps, all of that stuff takes several months to work through.
And their federal year starts October 1st, so you have to make sure it's in the right year for that.
Yeah, for your,
Both of these signed
yeah,
by
both
all
will
of
be
us.
signed, one's for you, one's for us.
I've got 5 federal grants through the DOT that go back as far as 6 years. Their DOT's still messing with those. Change the rules as you go.
Also, Susan, with the federal aid, there's usually a audit involved, so the DOT personnel examines every material and all the quantities and prices paid, so that takes extra weeks too.
They just like that much control over all of it, or it's necessary because of the funding?
It's the
or-
federal strings attached. Yeah.
So do you have Buy America requirements on this?
Anything that would be like steel involved.
But is that automatically wavered now?
Not that I've heard, I guess.
Last year, there was a process put in place about a year ago where anything under $500,000 automatically has a waiver for Buy America. Okay, because they're smaller projects. Whether that affects the road ones or not, but all the ones I deal with, they put waivers on Buy America.
As far as I'm aware, with the DOT ones, it's still involved.
Yeah, at least we're not gonna have a bridge replacement like you do in Baltimore right now.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That's bad.
Project there.
Isn't that curious that it crumbled so easily?
That was a lot
I
of,
shouldn't say easily, but
that was a lot of force on that pier.
Well,
So
and what was
then-
really funny is how the stuff on the other end went sagged and flopped up.
Those things can go into a cliff and create quite a dent. And the bridge, the boat will be just fine, but the dirt,
I guess they did say it was 300 yards long, the
Yeah.
barge.
I wonder,
984 feet,
you got,
ship, container ship.
he was a couple hundred yards off the center where he should have been. I wonder how he managed to do that. I would think that everything's in GPS nowadays.
latest that we got was that the ship had lost propulsion and had lost power.
Oh, well, that would explain it.
And they had asked for help even,
They were screaming for help just as soon as they got.
no,
out
I
of the
mean
dock.
to control it, to have
The
some
tugs
other,
were too far behind them.
The tugs couldn't get there fast enough.
that's what I
I
heard.
think they're about a mile behind them.
Normally, you've got a boatmaster that goes out and covers you, but they had lost power and basically drifted out of dock and caught the current coming back out again, where most of your ships go into the highest point of the bridge. The key bridge is like, I don't know, there's like 1,800 feet up from the water. So that allows for these boats to go through it. Well, the tug didn't get there fast enough. It was well behind it. I mean, even the tug won't be able to manage that kind of thing.
Perfect
Well-
storm there, huh?
I guess this is gonna be a culvert, so we shouldn't have to worry about ships. So
How about if
will-
how
will
about
make a
if
motion
oh, you're
to
going
approve.
to.
Somebody just-
Yes, it is, sorry.
I will make a motion to approve the contract to execute this contract with Peterson Contractors.
A second.
Got a motion from Derby and a second from Smith to execute the contract with Peterson Contracting. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. All right. Jim? Thank you. Number
That one's
4.
yours.
Yeah. Auditor's office will discuss drainage matters.
I don't have anything other than what's on the agenda.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Do you guys have any drainage? All
And
right,
everything.
consider for approval of repair on DD 18 lot 23.
This is up by Scarville, and we had talked about it independently of this meeting with the petitioners and the contractor, and it was gonna be a $12,000 project, or it could go up to 30. The landowners agreed to do the more expensive one. I did get an estimate from Helgeson Drainage. They are going to put this tile back to original depth of the plans. It's right now a foot below the surface, and it could go down to 2. So by putting it back to original, they will gain the depth they need to get the correct drainage for the landowners. So that's what we're gonna do. The estimate is about $36,000, and the landowners that petitioned didn't know that. They know what their portion would be. I'll send a letter out to everyone.
So this is the point of starting it would be at the drainage ditch all the way to that road?
Not the ditch.
Not the ditch?
No. Is there a road?
Start of it's just on the north side of 475.
Yeah.
To the road crossing?
And they're gonna go
to the
south
north.
to where the tile ends. Yeah. And the secondary roads will have to do some repair underneath the road. They're gonna have to lower. That was decided.
Well, that was I guess my question is, they're not putting it in the original spot, right? So there'll
Oh,
be
hi.
two,
Well, they would rather not,
yeah, there'll be 2
but
road
it's
cross.
however you guys want it, the way Sean.
To do what?
There'll be like 2 road crossings, is that
So the-
old line getting
You
abandoned?
just leave the old one and put in the
But
new one.
Scott didn't want to either. I thought he was, did he say he was gonna just fill that one in?
We
You'd
would
have to
like
do
to.
twice as much digging.
Well, that's their deal.
Well, so what's the point of taking the other one out or plugging it?
Less maintenance in the future.
Well, maybe we just say we don't repair it.
Don't maintain it.
We prioritize the new one, and that just stays there. When it fails, it fails.
Well, but it's theirs anyway. It's not part of the district because it's under the road. Secondary roads would always have to take care of it.
But anybody on the south side of the road is gonna have to realize they need to
Everything
be tied into the
south
other one.
was just, where the tile ends is just an outlet for me to get hooked on, and then the Cougars. That's all part of that goes. So, yeah, I don't see why we would have to dig it up and, you can just plug it, and nothing's gonna happen, it's been there for how many years now?
There's no
So
water
it's-
flowing through it. It can't eat anything out underneath the roads.
I'd say that's their decision.
Right.
Because you would be the ones to maintain it, or not.
Yeah. Is there anything hooked up to it now? I mean, there's water going through it.
Yeah, very little.
But all that water will get diverted to the new crossing, right?
Yeah.
How far apart will they be?
Huh?
What span is it?
I don't remember what Sean and Gary said, but I know Gary would like to go a little bit east from the original one.
Yeah, according to what it looked like on that map that we had, I think it would probably be like 20 yards east or so, or is it?
Something in that area probably.
Yeah.
As of right now, what they've done so far, they're digging 10 feet east of it.
Oh, that's just even closer.
If they stay at that same
But
trajectory.
that's why the bid went a little higher, because they're gonna go a little farther north to get hooked on. And
So
Give it some more depth.
So it's still considered a repair?
It is,
Even though
because
it's
you're going
moved
to the
and
original.
deeper?
So will Gary dig on the south side of the road to connect to the new one, or?
yeah, he said he would, actually, they said they would prefer to do the dig themselves, so when they're there, they can do the crossing.
But Scott said no.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott
Scott
wants
said
to
he'd like
have,
to do it himself.
yeah.
Secondary road do it.
So Anyway, I just wanted to talk to you guys about
Back
it.
to my original question, is Gary gonna be working on the south side of the road too? Okay. To divert it into the new one, all right. So there might be some coordination there then?
Yeah.
So, wasn't there some tile already put in at the wrong depth?
Well, there's about 8 inches difference under the road crossing. I think that's what it is.
So they weren't gonna have to abandon what the stuff was already put in? Or they are gonna have to?
No, not the new stuff. You mean the new stuff that they put in so far?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was not as deep as it should be.
Yeah, he said that it's not worth digging it up and pulling it out, so they're gonna cap it.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, so that, yeah, that was my question, I guess, is that was my question.
So that's an expense to the district? And how much was that?
Looks like $3,000 is what they've already done. But that was locating an investigation, and they did 170 feet of 10-inch. So the reason I brought it to you guys, at first we thought was maybe an improvement, and then they were talking about the road, so I kind of got nervous about how this was all working, and I didn't have a petition, I didn't have an estimate, and they were just gonna go start doing it. So between talking with Scott and then talked to Bill, and yeah, it was like, just stop what we're doing and then let's focus and see what
Hopefully
we
in the
got
future,
going.
we'll have this conversation before we
Yeah,
do anything.
so, and wanted to make sure that it wasn't an improvement compared to a repair, but because they're going to original depth, we're okay. Because
So the movement of it to a different position doesn't constitute an improvement either?
No,
No, as long
they
as you
don't
change the
consider,
coefficient.
yeah, they don't, I did talk to Colin yesterday, because I just kind of wanted to make really sure. And he said, no, you know, dirt moves and whatever, and so even though it's a foot now, or it might be at original, but the topsoil's gone, but you can go back to that depth, so, and still be the repair.
I meant the movement of it to a different 20, that doesn't matter.
No, no, and we've done that in the past before. Yeah.
Trying to avoid trees or.
Yeah, yeah, so we're still good with it all being a repair. Yep. Yep. So I just want your approval that you know what's going on and that's okay.
I'll make the motion to approve repair on DD 18 lot 23.
I'll second.
I got a motion from Smith and a second from Jensvold to approve the repair on DD 18 lot 23 in the estimated amount of $36,000. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. Open forum.
And I have stuff over there.
Thank you.
Thank you. I listened on the way in.
See, if they would've let me talk about that Baltimore Bridge a little longer ago.
Well, we're like, talk a little longer, maybe it's best.
You were listening, you were listening to our recording?
I listened to everything you guys did.
Okay, so I was just questioning, how was the sound?
Yeah, we're concerned
There's
about.
that, repeat echo in the, behind what you say.
Originally, it sounds pretty clear, but then like a second after you hear the faded reverb of what you guys were saying, but not too bad. It was we were listening on YouTube.
You can hear it, it's just slightly annoying.
Just, yeah.
Oh, that's.
Not you guys, but.
I guess that's the YouTube recording. This one's the call-in one.
YouTube.
That's the one we had trouble with.
Do you have any other, is it too late to go back, or do you have any other questions? Or do you, like, I listened to you talk about the alignment.
Yeah.
We don't have any more questions.
And Ethan, the one that's there is at an angle where I know you prefer straight. So that's where if you dig that out or move to the east, you mentioned like 20 yards, but more like 20 feet or something.
Yeah.
Then you pick up the alignment on the south side. Perfect.
I was supposed
Did
to
you
be
hear
sure.
that I called Colin? Just wanted to make sure that it wasn't an improvement.
Oh,
Had it-
sorry.
Just had to see, so, and it was, we're good. I don't want anybody coming back, landowner or anybody saying.
Okay, is that it for that one then? We'll go on to open forum. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
He's pretty stealthy. He's pretty stealthy. Us big guys fly under the radar. Big guys fly.
Ethan, does this have a home? Otherwise I can take it to Lake Mills and post it.
Yeah, that's fine. If you guys want more, I can get you more too.
I'll take it to Lake Mills.
Just hand it to that guy back there.
Yeah, there you go.
Show it to him.
About the gravel truck.
Just give this to Gordy. That's pencil dust.
You guys got one up at Dexter on the auction? Means I gotta hire another guy to drive it.
Hire another one?
I got one that looks just
Oh,
like
you
this.
got a sister.
I'm good. I'm good. That old Ford.
All right,
I'll give you a call when you guys think you
anything else for open forum?
No, I had given you all the stuff I had.
Okay, so consider for approval liquor license for the Barn Goose Recreation.
You don't have to do anything to that, but approve it.
I'll make a motion to approve the liquor license for the Barn Goose Recreation.
Second.
Got a motion from Jensvold and a second from Smith to approve the barn liquor license. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Still don't have any.
From Midwest. Okay, so we'll table the Midwest Waste one again until we get more information.
And I don't know anything about them.
Yeah, Carla should be here for that one. Was she gonna come back, do you know?
She was here. So she's here.
Oh.
She's just,
Oh, okay.
Maybe you can check with her.
yeah.
We'll do some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Did I miss it?
Which?
Drainage.
Drainage, yeah.
We can go back though.
You want me to rewind the tape?
No, yeah. And before it's all done, we'll probably start talking about the bridge again.
One in Baltimore.
Yeah.
One in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, I said, told him, I said, at least we don't have to do a bridge replacement like they do in Baltimore.
Yeah. They're talking about like, you know, they must have powered it up when they were like, iceberg.
Carlos said that the Maggie that is going to be discussing that is on the agenda next week.
Okay, all right.
good.
That leaves time for breakfast. Thank you guys for doing that, Brad. Okay, so we'll table the GO, possible debt schedule timeline till next week, on the county claims.
I'll make a motion to approve the county claims.
I've got a motion from Smith and a second from Jensvold to approve the county claims. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. Payroll claims.
needs to be stamped, doesn't it?
Did I stamp the back? Wait, the last page.
I thought I looked. I don't see any stamping.
You're so critical.
Sorry. Failed us.
Well, we thank her for that. We thank her for that.
Oh, no, she's good. She can come here and try run this thing.
She
I had no.
That's what I mean.
I had
She can do
no
it better,
mess
she can
ups.
do it. She can do it better.
Can we just all get along?
We like everybody crossing.
Okay. Rodney King was in it.
Controversy causes very. Remember who said that? Coach Hall. Put it in his.
Yeah, he gave some money to the North Iowa School for an award he got, didn't he? That was on the news. Coach Hall. Won some state award.
Donnie Anderson.
Oh, Donnie, yeah, not Hall. What was that award anyway?
I read it.
He had like 40 years of coaching or something.
Yeah, I'm guessing he probably had at least that.
So many different sports.
He was in the 80s he started coaching.
Yeah,
At Thompson.
right after Hall left.
Yeah. Well, wasn't there?
What was his first?
There was a gap there somewhere.
Yeah, well, him and oh, excuse me, Superintendent, let's spit it out.
In Buffalo or?
No, he was in Buffalo too. He teaches over here at Waldorf.
Hill?
Hill.
Larry.
Yeah,
Larry?
he wasn't he head coach briefly in between there too?
Could be.
You guys missed out on quite a meal at the DU banquet last night.
Yeah.
Brainingham?
Did you call it the Last Supper?
No, I did not.
Why, they were gonna have a DU banquet again?
Well, no, at that place probably, under that name maybe.
Oh, it depends.
You must know something we don't.
Tired.
It was packed.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Better get over there and get some prep report, you know what he does.
We did last week. We thought we gotta be. Coming over.
That's a tough business to be in.
Sometime last fall, we went there in October for all the birthdays. I got 3 birthdays on October 15th, one on the 29th, one on the 26th. My family's 26th. So I've been there since October.
Looks like all that's left on that building over there outside is just siding, huh? The public health.
On the outside, was there a little soffit left or not?
I drove by it, I thought it was done.
Well, I think the backside had it. A month ago, the backside had a soffit left. I didn't know if they had something they had to put in there. They were painting, I know that.
Are they still on schedule?
At least they were ahead.
Oh, good.
It went from maybe almost looked like 8 weeks ahead, then they were like 2 to 3 maybe.
That's still good. Yeah. Good for the nurses to be
You know,
able
they
to.
had really good weather. No rain.
Yeah.
No rain.
There's not shortages of things anymore.
Yeah.
Not like when I built the house.
We made it through a number of the door installations and things.
What?
See ya. wonder if conservation ever figured out the janitors.
Don't you do so? Not much traffic there right now, so.
But with those open houses and stuff. See how they were attended. It'd be kind of fun to have Robert come in and tell us.
I sat next to him at the trail meeting the other day. Talked quite a lot. Told him about possible budget cuts next year in the budgeting process.
Good.
He had some
Planning
ideas.
accordingly.
Told me probably need to discuss it with this board to keep them apprised.
Maybe I'll go to their next board meeting again. It was interesting.
There's probably about 3 that could retire altogether.
So when is the next conservation board meeting?
Just had one, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I suppose it must be a couple of weeks. The agenda. I'll make a motion to approve the payroll claims.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion from Jensvold and a second from Smith to approve the payroll claims. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. Well, that's the end of our agenda, unless there's something else. All right, we stand adjourned. We have another agenda at 11:30 for the public hearing for the budget levy, and then followed by the 11:45 meeting to set the next public hearing.